you tell us a little bit about the album?
We are very excited to release this. It's actually part one of two, because we recorded 20 songs, and we decided to split it up into two albums. And this is the first one, and it's really, really exciting. We spent a lot of time preparing for the songs on this record, and we had a lot of writing time, so we did it with producer Elvis Basquet, and we couldn't be happier with it. Yeah.
It's a good idea doing it when you're really happy with the songs, to do two albums out of it, rather than thinking we've really got to chuck away some really good songs.
Yeah, we came in with a bunch of songs, and we're like, these are all kind of good. We want to record them all, so that's what we did. Yeah.
And with the writing, do you have one or two main writers, or do you all sort of sit down together?
Well, being that it's Tremonti, it's mainly his. It's like his baby, But when it comes time to putting the songs together, that's when we all kind of get in a room and we just jam and see what feels right. And Wolfgang will have a couple ideas. I'll have ideas on arrangements and stuff like that. And but for the most part, the main spark of the idea is from Mark.
Yeah. And when you come to record it, how do you tend to do it? Do you also record your parts separately, or do you go for more of a live approach?
What we do is kind of when we go into record the songs, we go into pre-production mode, to where we all kind of put our ideas in, and we all plug in and we play the song live together. So what we play live is what the drummer ends up playing his drums to. And then once we have the drums, and then we do the bass and then the guitars. So it's kind of a bit of both.
Yeah, I think every band seems to do it slightly differently.
Yeah.
It's just whatever works for you.
Yeah, we still get that organic, that urgency, that push when you're playing live. But we do have the chance to perfect the parts, and do single parts and stuff. So.
Do you ever get is there the temptation to think, actually that one note's not quite how I'd like it, and just spend hours or days just trying to get that tiny little change done?
We all kind of tend to do that, to make it perfect, because it's like, this is the album, it's very important, it's going to be like this forever, ever, But Elvis, he doesn't really let us do that, because he's like, guys, you're playing great. It's more about capturing the moment than it is being like tonally perfect. Yeah. So
I think sometimes if something is too perfect, it just doesn't sound natural.
It has no life. Exactly. Yeah.
And obviously you're playing here at Downloads again today. I guess you've played so many of these festivals and huge shows that nothing phases you anymore.
I gotta be honest with you though, this is my personal first time playing Download. I know Mark's played it many times, but this has been on my bucket list. Getting to play today with Mark and the guys, and playing main stage for my first time is a blessing. I'm very, very excited. Yeah.
It's going to be an impressive sight, I'd imagine, for you as you walk out and people all the way up the hill.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
And you've got a few other festival shows, I think, over the summer. Is that right?
Yeah, we've done a bunch so far, and to be quite honest with you, I don't know off the top of my head all the ones we have lined up. But festivals are definitely exciting for the energy, because all the people are just going crazy. But as far as the band, it's great for the band, because a lot of new people see the band and who wouldn't normally see those.
Yeah. I suppose it must be different to your own show, in that at your own show it's people who come specifically to see you.
Yeah, they know all the words.
Whereas at a festival, there'll be a lot of people, I don't know what these guys are like, but I'll go check them out.
Yeah, and you got to change your set too, because when you have your own crowd built in, you can play some of your softer songs, your side songs, but when you come to a festival like this, you just want to come out swinging, kicking ass.
Yeah, one band I was talking to was saying for them it also depends on what time of day they're playing. If they're playing early in the morning, people aren't quite awake, so you do a slightly different set to if you're playing sort of late in the evening, where people are drunk and want to party.
It's very true. Yeah.
all these things to consider when you're trying to pick a set list. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. It's always a fun thing, you know. You play the songs in different orders. Mark will always be the one who's like, let's start with this one, or let's do this, and we'll always try different stuff.
And do you actually sort of agree a set list before you go on stage and stick to it, or does it tend to change?
Well, we have to like print out set lists, so we have to kind of make a decision at least an hour or two before. But you know, we kind of just go out there, and sometimes we change it so much, I'll look down, but we have a lot of different tunings, so we have to change guitars almost every song. We have like 24 guitars between the two of us, so our guitar tech's pretty busy.
Yeah, and I suppose that's where you need the set to be in a particular order, so that the guy knows which guitars to get ready in which order. And
yeah, it's definitely something that needs to be planned.
Yeah, I saw Beth Hart recently, and she got to the second song and then just decided to do a totally different one, and they called the band out, but they just reacted and went with it.
That's cool. That's cool though. Yeah.
It's that. Sometimes you can get away with that spur of the moment thing. Other times, like when you got so many guitars, it's probably not so easy.
I know. Thank goodness that PRS has been really good to us, so we have enough guitars, but it's not cheap to fly with all that stuff.
And it must be a very nervous way to the airport. Are they all here? Are they all in one piece?
I know, man.
And are you one of the many guitarists who has a collection of them at home as well?
I do. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of guitars and stuff at home that I just don't ever want to get rid of. You know, it's guitars that are part of my like learning and upbringing and stuff. So I played a lot of blues when I was younger, so I have a lot of Fenders at home and stuff like that, Stratocasters and whatnot. But I love guitars.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to Doug Aldrich, and he's got a huge collection of guitars at home. It's second only to Joe Bonamassa, I suspect. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those guys are just crazy, the amount of guitars they own.
Yeah, he's an amazing player as well. We love Joe Bonamassa. Yeah.
And playing with Tremonti must be a sort of slightly mixed thing. On one hand, amazing playing with a guy like that. On the other hand, people see the name Tremonti and they probably don't even know who the other people in the band are. Yeah.
That is true, but I don't really think about it like that. I just kind of I just have fun playing, with great musicians and being out here and the type of music that we play together is very musically interesting. So it's never boring or anything like that. And growing up, before I was with Mark, I was always the lead player in every band that I ever played in. And thankfully, that being said, Mark is very, very cool about letting me play solos as well. And we get two guitars going back and forth, and so it's never a bummer because of that. Yeah.
That's all you can ask for, I think, really. The fact that you've got a job that you enjoy every day. If you start becoming too much like work rather than fun, you start wondering, why am I doing this?
Yeah, I mean, we come out here and we're set to lose money when we come out here. We just do it because we really want to do it. We want to spread the word of the band and stuff. So
that's great. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.